All right, welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Cody Thomas in today for Ted Rollins. Now, before we head back into that Utah courtroom, let's check in on some breaking news out of California, where Nick Reiner was arraigned in court just moments ago, and he has officially pleaded not guilty in the killing of his parents, Rob Reiner and Michele Reiner. Now, Reiner sat in the glass box and only spoke to the court to agree to waive his rights to a speedy trial. He was not wearing the suicide prevention smock that he was seen wearing during his first court appearance back in December. Now, Nick has been held without bail since his arrest hours after the actor, director, and his wife of 36 years were found dead with stab wounds back in December of last year at their home in Los Angeles. Let me bring in my guest for this hour to discuss criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor Jack Rice. Jack, are you surprised at this? Not guilty.
Yeah, I'm not. But you got to remember everything that's going on underneath this. They just took this before the grand jury. They just came back with first-degree premeditated murder charges. So we're looking at those seriously right now as well. Now, you have to look backward and realize there's some mental health issues. He was under conservatorship earlier. There may be issues of that in this case. So even if they have him, even if they have evidence in this case, if those charges are there, there's no benefit, frankly, for him to plead guilty at this point, because the likelihood could be if he pleads guilty, he goes to prison for the rest of his life. My response is, why would anybody do that? And I think that's really where we sit. But I think this really highlights what's coming next, which is enormous changes.
That's what I mean. You know, the evidence is so overwhelming. And I'm just sitting here thinking, if and when this goes to trial, it's almost like, you know, that scene in Rocky IV where Adrian tells Rocky, you can't win. Yes. It seems like he won't be able to win with all this evidence.
Trust me, I've been Rocky in that case.
Right. You know what I mean?
You can't do it.
Yeah.
So, and that's exactly where we sit with this. But think about it this way, and I think people will watch trials, including the one we're dealing with right now. There is years of a tale before this. And remember, it's not just first appearances. We have omnibus appearances and pretrials and contested pretrials. And you're dealing with motions in limine to try to exclude pieces of evidence. There's also competency issues. And remember, competency, and I don't have to go back to his conservatorship. My response is, what was his competency at the time of the murders themselves and the deaths, the homicides of his parents? What about his competency throughout this process? Because competency cuts two ways. It's going to also be what's going on right now. Does he have the ability to understand what he's being charged with and help in his defense right now, let alone his competency at the time of the incidents themselves? Think about that. This is a year, 2 years in the making. This is an enormous fight. I've done these myself, and I can tell you they take years off of my life every time I do them.
And mental health is going to be paramount.
Yeah, mine too. Stop laughing at me.
No.
Come on.
Trying to keep it hidden now. Jack Rice is the big one, man. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on it. And of course, to our viewers, we'll keep you updated with all the updates as we get them to our newsroom.